Just before stepping into the sunlight, the man suddenly froze in place. He seemed deeply afraid of the sun. Unexpectedly, this moment was witnessed by a passing priest. Noticing the priest, Jack turned in panic and quickly walked away. But the priest had already sensed something was wrong, and immediately gave chase. Watching Jack only move within the shadows, the priest became even more certain he was a vampire. To escape the pursuing priest, Jack entered a blacksmith's shop. As he anxiously searched for an exit, the priest arrived, pulling out a silver sword and pointing it at Jack. Jack then explained that he became like this only to protect his people, but as a priest, he had to stop Jack from becoming a vampire and harming mankind. He turned and slashed open the tent, letting sunlight pour down on Jack. Under the sun's scorching light, Jack's skin began to blister and rot. Seeing this, the citizens and soldiers immediately surrounded the blacksmith's shop. Amid the crowd's curses, the soldiers threw torches into the building. As the flames grew higher and stronger, Jack's painful screams echoed from within. No one knew how much time had passed when thick smoke suddenly billowed from the roof, soon darkening the sun overhead. From the fire, Jack slowly emerged, completely unharmed. Looking at the ungrateful people he once protected, Jack was filled with rage. Only his wife understood his pain. She gently calmed him down. Now composed, Jack decided to temporarily let it go, because the invading Turkish army was approaching fast. To protect his people, Jack as king had no choice. He had to become a vampire to win the war. It turned out that in the mid-15th century, the Turkish Empire was waging war across the land. Under relentless bombardment, countless small nations were forced to surrender. To strengthen their military, the Turks enslaved 1,000 boys. These children were subjected to brutal training and torment, until they became killing machines of war. Jack had once risen above them all. He alone slaughtered an entire army. But over time, he grew weary of killing. He returned to his homeland and lived a joyful life with his wife, but happiness is always short-lived. One day, while leading a patrol, he discovered a Turkish soldier's helmet lying in a river. He immediately ordered his men to return to the castle and reinforce defenses. He himself, with 2 soldiers, followed the river upstream to investigate. Before long, they discovered a cave halfway up the mountain. Inside was total darkness. To explore further, they drew their swords and stepped in slowly. With torches lit, they saw bones and remains scattered all over the ground. Clearly, Turkish soldiers had hidden here, but it looked like they had been devoured by something. Little did they know, they were already being watched by a monster.